The Broad Street Bullies, the Big Bad Bruins. Many of these old school teams that were once so successful wouldn't exactly fit in today's game that relies more on speed and skill. The Ty Domies and Paul Bissonnettes, sorry Biz, that once saturated the game with grit are seemingly few and far between. But throughout the league, there's still a handful of teams willing to lay the body and drop the gloves when need be. In this video, I'm going to count down to the toughest teams statistically in the league today. And with that, here are the top 5 toughest teams currently in the NHL. The Bruins are known notoriously for playing a hard-fought, bruising style of game that's fared well for them in recent years. With 1,649 hits on the season as a team and 4 players, each with 100 or more, the B have no problem with finishing their checks. Currently tied for 3rd in the league for the most fights with 20, Boston has guys like Zdeno Chara, unsurprisingly, and Chris Wagner, mixing it up with the extracurriculars. And while they do have 4 guys smaller in stature, at under 6 feet, players like Brad Marchand and Torrey Krug, who are both 5'9", can definitely hold their own. While they may not be the fastest team out there, the Ducks are one of the most physical around, with the most fights in the league last season with 25, and just 4 shy of 1,600 hits. Many teams visiting Orange County are sure to keep their heads on a swivel. Players like Ryan Getzlaf, Eric Gabranson, and Josh Manson are not only spending their time routinely in the corners, but also in the penalty box. With 5 players on the roster with 100 or more hits, it's no question that the Ducks stack up well against other teams regarding their physical play. It may seem to see a team with countless beasts on it such as Alex Ovechkin, Tom Wilson, and Radko Gudas, all being so successful as the Caps have seemingly found the perfect mix between brash physicality and pure skill. With an impressive 17 fights, 1,716 hits as a team on the season, and 6 players with hits in the triple digits, Washington has proven that playing physical and being the top team in the division can still be a thing. As soon as Barry Trotz joined the team on Long Island, it became very clear that he was going to implement a similar style of game that brought him immense success in DC. The hard-grinding, house-protecting, mucking in the corners style of game. This defensive-minded style, as you would expect, has also made the Isles one of the tougher teams out there. With an astounding 1,915 hits during the last campaign, cumulatively, and 17 fights throughout, the Islanders have many players that are buying into the kind of hockey that wears other teams down slowly but surely. As 8 players on the roster recorded 100 or more hits, Trotz has to be proud with how this team has shaped up in the physicality department. Even though the Sens haven't exactly had offensive success as of late, they've definitely been productive in other ways. After registering a whopping 2,132 hits on the season, with Brady Tkachuk making 303 of those, Ottawa has been spending their fair share of time in the corners. 3rd in the league, along with Boston, with 20 scraps on record last season, with guys like Tkachuk and Mark Borowiecki leading the pack with the most fight totals. With 7 players at 6'3" or taller, there's no question that this team was bred to be tough as nails.